Hello, and welcome to Famicast 128, your Famicast for the latter part of June 2018. I'm Danny Bivens, and today I'm joined by James Charlton.
Yo, 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 Octo crazy up in this shizzle. That'll make sense later.
Yes.
Slash no sense at all.
Yes. Yes.
What the hell was that?
Well, and we're also joined by Ty Sugar.
Ah!
Jesus Christ.
What's up?
Oh man,
It's
if you're not
me,
watching
boy.
the video version today, you're missing some treats.
Yes. That's for sure.
Oh god.
Yeah, we have some new technology we're integrating into the Famicast live stream.
Yes. Yes.
Man, I wonder what episode that was when Ty turned into what was it?
I was an anime girl and then I was a hamburger.
Right. You were talking hamburger for most of it. I remember that.
Yeah.
Power of Connect.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would have to look into the old archives to see what that one was. If I see the title, I'll probably know exactly which one it was.
I'm pretty sure there's a good thumbnail if you can check the thumbnails. Too.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Well,
all right. So
yeah.
E3 is over, Danny. It's in the bag.
It's over, but we still got a little bit of wrap up to do, I'd say. It's not going to be the main focus of the show, but I think there's still plenty to be said. But before we do that, we're just going to go ahead and jump into new business. And Ty, I think this might be like the third episode in a row you might have kicked us off. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. But Ty, would you like to kick off new business for us?
Oh, yeah, sure. Here we go.
Do it. Normal.
It's me. I'm in a video game now.
Veteran.
Yeah.
So, Ty, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now?
No.
Okay.
I'm playing a game. I can't pause it, Dad. It's online. Okay. So I've been playing Street Fighter Anniversary Collection and Bloodstained something or other.
Mm-hmm.
And you're seeing right here like my fucking 8,000th playthrough. So, yeah, I've been playing this. I've been playing this with my homemade controller. Maybe you can hear the click-a-clack of the buttons and the sticks. So,
wait a minute. Are we doing a Let's Play?
We are. In real time.
So Ty is playing Bloodstained Curse of the Moon right now. He's trying to show some of us here on the show how to get good. Giants!
Yeah, right? Hey, it starts with the controller.
It's a whole different angle, this show.
Oh, God, I hit the thing. How embarrassing.
Oh, you've got some knockback, so you're definitely playing it on hard version. The easy mode, you get no knockback, right?
Right. Well,
I don't know. I've never played the easy mode.
Even in easy mode, you can turn off, I think, knockback.
Oh, really?
You can choose like your difficulty level, then you can choose casual or
okay. That's what that means.
Veteran, yeah.
So I think you can have hard casual or easy casual.
So this game is extremely like Castlevania, like infringingly so.
Yeah.
I can't believe they get away with it.
Yo, they're like little rooms that are just like straight up copied from Castlevania, and
like,
I love it actually.
What was that shitty Mega Man clone that Inafune did, and then it failed terribly?
Mighty Number 2. I mean, Mighty Number 9.
So like that was like, I mean, they even called their company like something close to Capcom, wasn't it? Like Concept, right?
Oh, I think that's different. But
no, it was Concept.
I know, but I don't think that. Okay.
And the game looked like Mega Man, but it turned out to be shit. But this is like the font they use for the title literally has the Castlevania C in it.
Yeah,
like
and
not changed at all.
A lot of moves, a lot of items, just straight up lifted. Like there's not holy water, but there's like this seal-looking thing that does the exact same thing. Fuck, I need to stop getting hit. It's hard to talk and play at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember the stage. This is the stage that I failed at.
Yeah, this is the first stage, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, so...
Good times. It's all coming back.
Yeah, the stages have multiple routes through them. Like you saw me, like, open up a passage and then not going through it because I'm this guy, and I don't have that option.
Right.
But there are multiple characters in the game, and you can unlock them and just tag out like Marvel vs. Capcom or that game where Jonathan and Charlotte yell their names at each other.
Right. Right.
Ring a bell? That's one of my favorite Castlevanias, actually.
Sure.
Jonathan and Charlotte. Wow.
Yeah,
No
that's
idea.
fuck. Portrait of Ruin. I need to stop getting owned right quick.
Oh, is that the one you go as the bat through there, right?
What?
That little gap. You can go turn into the
you
guy.
Yeah, or the girl and like slide under.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I think I did the bat.
Yeah, here's the not holy water I was talking about.
Right. Right. Yeah, and so
those are the not skull towers.
Right. And so obviously Ty has this game. He's playing it right now, but actually through just happenstance, I got a copy of this from. Oh,
wow.
There you
Trash.
go. Not that you're gonna like show us how this is done, Ty. Come on.
Right. I mean, okay. Like my first playthrough.
Here come the YouTube comments.
And I finished it with like 11 lives left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, this is not hard. But to get all the achievements or whatever, you have to do some pretty tricky stuff. Like, for example, like not getting extra characters and just playing as one dumb guy.
Zangief.
Yeah, Zangief. Zangetsu.
Right.
Yeah, Zangetsu, right. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, just kind of by happenstance, I got this game from Ty, who got it from a friend who might have got it from another friend or something like that. So I've been playing.
Right?
Yes, I've been playing.
It's great that games are distributed by codes nowadays.
Yes.
Codes,
It's easy to score free games one way or another.
Right.
So, Danny, you have played this game?
Yes, I have. I played for maybe about an hour and a half or something like that. So I've gotten through like the first couple of stages. I'm playing on the Switch, and playing on just normal difficulty. I think I turned off the kickback stuff because I'm
annoying.
Some trash, or I just can't be bothered. Take your pick.
Right. So,
Yeah, why would you? I don't understand why you would have that on. That's just annoying. Isn't that just old game design?
No.
Well,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
but
Like getting hit over a pit by a stupid fucking bat that you can't see.
That's being bad. You can get good. You can be not handheld through a video game. That's a real thing.
So if you're out there and you've been paying attention to our YouTube channel for the past month, you would kind of remember our infamous video of James, like maybe like his first time playing Castlevania ever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah.
On a really bad controller to boot.
Danny doesn't believe that.
No, it's I when I was playing this, I was playing it handheld. I haven't played it on TV yet, and I don't mind. I think I said the same thing with Axiom Verge. I didn't mind just using the little tiny buttons on the Joy-Con, honestly, compared to this is going a hell of a lot faster than it did me.
Then D-pad.
Yes.
Oh shit! Is that do you remember they were going to release like a D-pad attachment, like third party? That came out, right?
What now?
Well, friend of the show, Kamiya, I remember him saying the Switch D-pad sucks. Well, he didn't say it. He said it in a more positive way, but he said like, we need a real D-pad for the Switch. Mm-hmm. And then loads of people attacked him, and he just told them all to fuck off.
Kamiya's right though. That's the meme. He's right.
Yeah. He was right, but then literally like a week after he said that, complete coincidence. It was probably
Hori.
Yeah, it was probably Hori.
They do. It's right now. It's listed on Amazon for like a end of July. It just seems like a placeholder date, but it's blue and it attaches just to one side of your system.
The left side, yeah.
Right.
And it's a little bit wider, so the balance of the Switch would be slightly off, I guess, because they wanted to put like a proper big ass D-pad on there.
Right.
And also, it's not Bluetooth. It has to be attached, so you can't detach it.
Yeah.
And use it off the thing. I mean, it has to be like attached to it, or I guess in the dock. No, the dock wouldn't work either, would it?
All right, guys, I want to tell you something about this game you may not know yet.
Okay.
At the end of the first 3 stages, like you get a new teammate. But let me tell you, this is optional. You can recruit them. You walk up, you press up. You can fucking murder them.
Oh, I didn't know you can kill them.
Yeah, and Zangetsu gets a new ability.
Huh.
Or you can just walk past and get neither, I believe.
Wow. What say you?
Yeah, and it's cool. It's sort of like an on-the-fly difficulty select. And if you want to get all the different endings, you have to try different concepts or different combinations of things. Blah, blah, blibbity, blah.
Yeah, because I had no idea. I just assumed that I had to talk to the people, and that's what I did.
Yeah, see, it's not intuitive at all. So that's the thing.
Just the way you like it.
You look at the achievement list, and then you're like, what the fuck?
What the hell?
Yeah, so I've done a few playthroughs. I've done the playthroughs where you get everybody, and then you get like this new game plus kind of thing where you start with the 3 extra characters, but you don't get Zangetsu, and then you get like a new boss and stuff. Or hold on, yeah, there's me.
So this is made by Inti Creates, right? Not friend of the show Igarashi.
Yeah,
but I'm sure you had a look into it. So you saying they did a good job then?
Yeah, I'm enjoying this game a lot. It actually wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be, but then you can make it as hard as I would think it would be by doing the various paths to get the different endings.
I guess it's cool that more games are doing that, aren't they? Having kind of choose your own difficulty by having, whatever save points that you don't have to touch, or characters you don't have to save, things like that. It's kind of
right.
Cool.
I mean, if there's like bullshit handholdy stuff like a rewind button, there should be rewards for not using those, I think.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So I've been playing this. I'm going to continue to play this. I also have been playing the hell out of Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. So like since we last talked, like I finished all the arcade modes on all fucking 12 games. And,
with an character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, 1 character each. It's just getting the achievements. And playing online, get the 30 wins for the achievement. There's one more achievement left where I have to get to a certain ranking. So I'll do that provided I get enough matches.
So what is your favorite of the Street Fighters in that collection?
Good question. I'm going to have to go with Super Turbo, as the cool kids call it. That would be Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
And that was on was that on the SNES?
No. It was like the last revision of Street Fighter 2 in the arcades, and that did not come out on SNES. It came out on 3DO.
Oh boy, okay.
That's why I've never heard of it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the one where they added super moves, and they had Akuma as a secret character.
Right, the secret broken character.
Yeah, secret broken character.
Nice.
That apparently you can pick in arcade or in online play. I haven't seen anybody do it.
Oh right, so people are being like honest, I guess.
Yeah, or if you fuck it up, you're stuck with. God, I don't even remember. You're stuck with like Ryu or Dhalsim or something. Because it requires a very specific sequence on the character select.
Oh, okay. So it's like a code you have to enter.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So that's the thing. Yeah, the net code is not great. Still.
Okay. Right. You and Cyrus were talking about that last time, right?
Yeah. Needs work.
So it's not quite as good as Super Smash Brothers Brawl, but it's almost there.
Brawl was the worst I've ever played, I think. No, the worst I ever played was Sonic 2 on Xbox Live Arcade. That is the worst netcode I've ever played.
Sonic 2 online? Like, what were you doing?
You just played the Versus mode in that? Do you remember playing the Versus mode in Sonic 2? It was split screen?
I had it on Game Gear.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, that just splits, and there's like certain levels you can play. Top players Sonic, bottom players Tails, and you just go through the level and you get a win or lose in like 5 categories, and whoever wins the most categories gets it. Now let me tell you about the netcode here. So the host, they would just, it would be just like playing in local mode, and the person that connected to the host got the full brunt of the delay, and it was like input delay. So like on a bad connection, you would like hit the jump button or whatever, and it would input like a second later if you were on like a really bad connection.
Gross.
It was by far the worst I've ever played. It was like a 5 minutes before I got to go home after just fuck this. I can't. It was so bad. So that's the worst.
Wow, I can't believe Brawl didn't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, good games. They use GGPO. I don't know what to tell you.
Use GGPO. There it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I played one game of Brawl with another guy in Japan, and it still sucked, but it was like a lot more playable than it was with somebody in America, which was like 3 frames a second slideshow, like literal slideshow.
Yeah.
I was here whenever I got Brawl, and yeah, man, I just don't remember really playing much online. I remember I did it a few times, and I just remember it just being terrible.
Yeah, you can't play with randoms. Yeah, playing with randoms is mental.
Yeah, it's a joke now, right? But it's just kind of hard to even remember about like my own personal experience. It's just so bad. I just stopped.
Well, that was like Sakurai saying you should use Skype for voice chat and those kind of days. The dark days. Well, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed, actually. I was going to say now it's like use the smartphone app or use Discord. You know, the apps have changed, but we're still doing the same old shit.
Right.
More on that later.
Yeah. So, that's all fucking gross. But, you know, it's not the worst I played on. So, like, I get good matches sometimes. Sometimes I just get, like, really choppy ones. It doesn't seem to lose or delay my inputs, which is good. It just, like, slows the match down. Like, recently on my Twitter, I posted a pretty good match where I perfect someone and then they quit.
And that counts as a lose for you or them, or?
I don't think it counts as anything for me, and I'm not sure how it records on the loser side, but it does warn you if you rage quit. As far as I know.
Well, like, please don't do that.
Yeah, please don't do that. I think it warns you of a penalty if you do it repeatedly. I don't know if that's an empty threat or not.
Probably.
See, like, I don't know. Killer Instinct figured out how to, like, give a win and a loss when somebody quits.
Yeah.
Who do you recommend this game for? Ty, who do you recommend Street Fighter 30th Anniversary for? Like, is it, I mean, people who are interested in playing online, forget about it. Is it just like an offline only, play with your friends in the same room kind of game? Not even that.
I don't know. I feel like the online play would be serviceable if like you're getting most of the matches in the same country. Maybe it kind of sucks sometimes, but I played worse too. So if you're a guy that plays like online fighting games constantly, like, I don't know, if you're like some GGPO head, like I wouldn't buy this. It's not gonna give you anything new. But you know, it's like fucking like several good Street Fighter games for $30. So I mean, that's good. So like, especially like I would recommend it for like an ultra casual kind of person. It's like, wow, it's you can play through all 6 revisions of Street Fighter 2. You can play Alpha 1, 2, and 3. I mean, how many of you guys have even seen like Street Fighter Alpha 1 anywhere?
I think so.
No.
You think so? Was it the Game Boy Color version?
No, Zero, right? Is what it's called in Japan?
Yeah.
I think I might even have it. Like, did it come out on Saturn?
I think so, actually.
Yeah, I think I had it. Like, I just got it in a big old stack of Saturn games for like 500 yen.
Right. It's not good.
Yeah, I just remember seeing. I was like, Zero. What the hell is this? And then yeah,
The 02 is extremely good.
that's probably why I got Zero.
03 is questionable.
That's an interesting localization thing, isn't it? Zero alpha.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Is it? Well, it would be called Zero, wouldn't it?
I guess whatever.
In Japanese. Yeah.
Sure.
Fun fact. There's no Z sound in Japanese. They say G, or they say Z, but they can't say Z. So that would be Zero.
Right. True story.
Mm.
All right. So those are the games I've been playing. Maybe I've been playing something else.
Ty's been
not
playing
really.
fighting games and Castlevania games. Shock, horror, drinking game. How many shots do you have to take for that? If
I
you're playing the
downloaded
Thai
Quick
drinking
Champions.
game.
That was a thing that Quick Champions is free if you downloaded it during E3.
Right. I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been dragging my feet on that because I'm sure that game is fucking better than Overwatch, and I play Overwatch all the goddamn time.
Despite not liking it. Brilliant.
Yeah. I like playing Mystery Heroes because I think if it kind of accidentally fixes like a lot of fundamental flaws with the game.
What about the one that just released on Switch as well? The Paladins.
It probably sucks. Probably sucks.
It looks so much like Overwatch. It's
Yeah, it's kind of the game that just like totally got swirled by Overwatch. Like,
right.
Personally, I'm not even gonna give it a look. I don't care. I think I played it like for one day on Xbox.
There's a guy with a big shield and armor. It's like, yeah, copyright infringement #1 straight away.
Yep. So yeah, I think that'll do it for me.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go ahead and go next. And some of these games that I've been playing recently might not be of interest. I know they're not of interest to any of you two. You're right here.
I hate video games.
Yeah, but maybe some of you out there listening are kind of interested in this. And I think even just for some of the technical aspects of one of these games, it's kind of interesting to talk about. But and then Ty's just good response. Ty. The dancing cat. Go to bed.
Go to bed. Go to bed, cat.
Yes. Well, so I'm going to talk briefly about first RBI Baseball 2018. I'd say new, but it released on other platforms back in like late March to coincide with the beginning of the baseball season. And at the time, we had got a press email talking about like, hey, the Switch version's pushed back, and there was no real reason as to why.
From March to June.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And they just got a hold of us before E3, and they're like, yeah, RBI Baseball's coming to Switch. Yeah. And I'm like,
who makes that game?
It's another interesting thing about that game too. Like previously, I think they farmed it out to some other other developer, and I don't remember who it was in particular, but I mean, all those games.
Was it a company from outside of America or Japan that has no idea what the rules of baseball are?
I honestly think it was an American company.
Okay.
But now it's actually MLB themselves, the Major League Baseball. They have some kind of like a group that is
the baseball players themselves, or
the baseball players themselves. They have to work overtime making video games.
Good job.
No, but they have some kind of a development studio and publishing arm and stuff like that takes care of all of their games, and they decided to give it a go. I've only played maybe for a couple of hours, so I don't have a real great sense of the game yet. I mean, gameplay wise, it's fine. Sometimes batting feels a little bit off. I think I talked about this last year in my.
That's not important in baseball games, right? The batting part of it.
Yeah. I mean, I talked about this last year in last year's version of the game in my review of 2017. And it seems like with this game, they don't really have an idea of what they want to identify with. They try to identify as being like, hey, we're a quick pick up to play arcade type of game. But at the same time, this year, they like bumped up the visuals a little bit. So it looks a little bit more realistic, like more animations for your characters and stuff like that. So it's just kind of bizarre that they're kind of treading this line or trying to, but leaning more on realism with really super simplistic controls that are just mediocre at best.
All right.
Yeah.
Sold.
Yeah. So, I mean, I still want to play a little bit more. If you're, if you check us out on YouTube, if you're watching us right now, thank you very much. If you're interested in baseball at all, I'm going to maybe try to get something up this week or next week, just some kind of gameplay so you can see how it runs on the Switch. It runs fine. But yeah, like I said, it's kind of hard to see from the video how the batting and this like fielding can be a little bit off. And the more I play, maybe I'll be able to kind of get some better words and better thoughts about kind of my feelings about the game.
So you're saying the batting doesn't feel good?
No, I mean, for me, for baseball games, I set a bar, and the bar for me is King Griffey Jr. Major League Baseball on Super Nintendo, the best baseball game I've ever played.
True story.
Yeah, it's arcadey, it's fast as shit, it's really easy to play. I mean, it's kind of hard to get good at, but once you know like the ins and outs of the game, it's fine. And I've always just wished that Nintendo would team up with somebody and just fucking re-release it with modern rosters or something every year. But
wow,
that's not going to happen.
That's like those NHL, at 98 freaks.
Yeah.
It's like that's the only game they play even now.
Oh yeah, no, I mean actually I know because my brother and I had NHL 95, and then 98 was basically 95. I think with 95 might have been the only one without fighting. Okay, nobody even gives a shit anymore. But
sports games.
Yes. Speaking of something
that play only Tecmo Bowl and just update the roster with hacks.
Yeah. Well,
for good reason. That game is fun as fuck.
Yeah. Well, kind of continuing on the sports wagon here. During E3, or maybe a little bit before E3, I noticed that there was a big ass sale on a lot of 2K games on the Switch eShop.
Ooh.
One of which being NBA 2K, marked down from $60 down to like 20. And I saw that even in Japan, they're also having the same sale. But because the pricing is a little bit different here, like it was like 2,700 yen, like something like $25. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to use my American account and get it for $20. And yeah,
Region
so
free.
What's that?
Region free.
Yeah, exactly.
They also had the sale on FIFA to
Yeah.
time it with the World Cup, which is already started, in case you guys didn't know.
Right. I'm recording the match that's going on right now.
Hey, yeah, Japan are playing as we're recording this.
Yes.
Oh, true story.
Kind of crazy timing.
Good luck to him.
Yeah.
Really.
England won their first match. Thank you very much. 2-1.
America, we won ours too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like, this World Cup, but
you won a match in a previous World Cup.
yeah,
sometime.
at some point in history, yes. But yeah, to NBA 2K18. So I've played this series quite a bit in the past like decade, maybe 20 years, really.
Wait. You're playing this on the Switch?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Wow, you haven't, and you bought this with your own money?
Yeah.
Wow, good luck to you. So,
Yeah.
So this is like going for like full on realism, right? This is
yeah.
You can see the sweat dripping off the guy's face. But is all that taken out for the Switch version?
Yeah, of course. So one very interesting thing I think to bring up when it comes to talking about the Switch version of this game, and even like I think FIFA as well. Mm-hmm. So yes, we have Switch versions of NBA 2K and FIFA, and I think the big reason for that is that EA and 2K still make both of those games on past generation platforms.
Oh, like 360, you mean?
360 and PS3. So it's probably relatively easy to make some kind of a port based on that and bring it to Switch,
okay.
as opposed to port down from PS4 and whatever engines that they're using on that. Because even just thinking back to, I was playing NBA 2K14. It was like one of the launch games for PS4. And just even thinking about how that game looked graphically and some of the effects that they had on like some of the players, like for example, like if you look at the players' shorts, you can see them moving around like as you're running down the court, like basically, kind of like wind affecting them and stuff like that. And it was really impressive and really cool to see.
Well, I'm saying the Switch version doesn't even have that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Shit. It's not even 360 level.
No, 360 doesn't have that either.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about PS4.
Yeah, I'm saying PS4 and Xbox One, they have these, and they also both of those games all run at like 60 frames a second.
Right.
Switch version runs at 30. I'm not sure on the resolution if it's 1080 or 720. Obviously, the highest you can go on handheld is 720. But I mean, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look as full-fledged as obviously as the marquee titles on the more powerful hardware.
The other thing they do is take out like huge modes, right? Like the career mode or something, the story mode. They usually take those out as well for the Switch versions, right?
That's EA. EA does that, yes. But NBA 2K, no, they have in terms of content, all of the games are basically on par.
Okay, cool.
I think with the exception of maybe last year, whenever the game launched, they had some kind of a special mode that basically like a preview mode for the My Career mode that you could play early on Xbone and PS4. You couldn't do that on Switch. But the My Career mode and the franchise mode, all that stuff is there. And
wow.
Yeah, I'm spending a lot of my time in the My Career mode where you make your own character, and it's pretty interactive, and there's a lot of voice acting and a lot of stuff like that. You even, can talk to people. Sometimes you have like press conferences and you have to like answer questions about that type of stuff. So that's a thing that you have to do. And one really cool feature that I was really excited about that they didn't have whenever the game launched, but at least on Switch, but they added the option later on, was the ability to take a picture of your face and put it into the game, like on your character.
Okay. How do you do that? Like using
with the Game Boy camera. You plug it into your controller.
Yeah, with the Game Boy camera. No, there's I guess what they've done previously on Xbox One and PS4, you just use like the cameras on the system, those system cameras, the PlayStation Eye and the Kinect, basically.
Right.
But from this year's version, they said, okay, that's stupid. Not many people have those anymore, so let's just make an app for the game and just have that ability in there.
Oh, for your phone. Okay.
Yeah, for your phone. So I downloaded the app and I installed it. I connected my account, all of that stuff. And I tried to go into that mode, which they don't make it easy because they want you to play this stupid bullshit like card games. But when I got there, they're like, okay, you need to connect, this to your Switch online thing. It's like, okay. And as it's like verifying like everything, I get an error and it says, cannot connect to the 2K servers. And
oh, because you're in Japan, or?
No. And then I checked all over online, and it's just, I guess it's a widespread issue that even though they implemented this on the Switch version, technically, you can't do it. You just can't do it. And that's
oh shit. So they actually just didn't put that line of code in to actually allow it. They just kind of got almost there and then just gave up.
Could be. But then there's another weird thing about this game too. I guess with an update that came to it back in March. And then, okay, this is where it's really weird. I haven't seen the straight answer for this, but they took out the ability to take screenshots and videos in the game completely. You can't do any of that. You cannot
even a screenshot.
Yeah, you can't even take a screenshot, which is bizarre.
I've never seen a game that doesn't allow screenshots.
I've seen stuff like that, maybe like Dragon Quest, like on 3DS they did that. You can't take screenshots from either.
Yeah, that's the 3DS. The Switch is like it's built into the system.
Yeah, so
wow,
I don't know. And one thought I had was they said something like, I guess for games that are showing like some kind of personal information, I guess like this, that maybe it's Nintendo's policy to block this type of stuff. Maybe they were thinking like, okay, since your face is actually going to be in here, we are not going to allow this. Maybe
that sounds like Nintendo to me.
Yeah, and then like something that I had seen, like 2K had basically said like, I don't even remember what it was. It's basically just like a back and forth. Like, it's not our fault. It's Nintendo's fault. Nintendo's like, it's not our fault. It's 2K's. But yeah, it was just really weird. But yeah, so that was really disappointing because I mean, the coolest thing for sports games, especially if they have a career mode, you can do it. Just to kind of bring it up a level, having your own face in the game, that's awesome. I've only been able to do that once, and that was like, I don't know, 7 years ago in a Madden game. And it's just kind of blows my mind that no company has really done it well or easily for like since then. Really, it's just stupid. But
crazy.
So I have a question about NBA 2K.
Yes.
Does it have a tutorial of any kind?
You basically, okay, if you're doing the My Career mode like I did, you start out in like a scrimmage game, and you play this terrible persona of this really juvenile dude that thinks he's a DJ but wants to play basketball. I mean, it's just
yo, let's play some b-ball, yo.
Yeah, it's kind of lame. But whenever you're doing it, it kind of teaches you the basics, kind of. It's still, there's a lot of stuff that it doesn't tell you, like.
Right, like okay, so I played NBA Prelude because it was free.
Yeah, yes.
And that had like no tutorial, and I had no idea what I was doing.
Yes, NBA 2K is not an easy game just to get into and play at all.
Yeah, like did they assume like everybody is a repeat customer?
Yeah, well, for the Prelude stuff, I think that is like a prelude to the My Career mode, which most people probably that are playing or wanted to play that maybe would have played the game, but then again, it was free, so it's kind of a terrible way to introduce people to the game.
It seems like a really weird way to go about it.
Yeah. I mean, I've only played the My Career mode, so I'm not sure about tutorial stuff. You might be able to. Whenever you're shooting the ball, it always gives you some kind of like little indicator that says like because basically it's all about timing. When you release the ball. If you release it too late, you're just going to miss. If you release it way too early, you're going to miss. And it always gives you that kind of feedback, which is nice.
Oh, is it like a little visual meter kind of thing?
Yeah.
All right.
It'll actually say it like on the screen.
Okay. I don't remember that from NBA Prelude at all.
It might not have been there. I'm not sure.
Weird. Okay.
I have a question, Danny. Yeah. Are they patching in support for the new Pokeball accessory?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. That's probably NBA 2K19.
There you go.
So, which is also
set up a little ring next to the TV.
Yeah, there it is.
Throw your balls through it.
Yes. No, but I'm really enjoying this game. I really love sports games, and it's just kind of fun to do. And man, I've probably already played over 20 hours, maybe 25 hours.
Jesus.
In like less than a week. So
NBA.
Wow, those are tie numbers.
Yeah, no, dude, I remember with NBA 2K14, in the course of like 2 months, I mean, this is kind of scrubby tie numbers. I put in like 150 plus hours on 2 years worth of, seasons and playoffs and stuff. And, you're playing 82 games a season plus playoffs, maybe. Sometimes you're playing like 40 minutes a game. I mean, that really adds up.
Yeah, that does add up. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, fun fact, I tried to look at your profile, Danny, but it says you started playing it 9 days ago. So I think it has to go to 10 days, doesn't it?
Yeah, that does. It does.
So we'll find out tomorrow how much you actually played it.
Yeah. I remember like the first weekend I had it, I played it for like, since it's last weekend, I played it for 7 or 8 hours.
Wow.
My wife was gone, so I had a good excuse just to sit in front of me.
My wife.
Yeah, my wife. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for me. So, James, what have you been up to?
Okay, I got 2 games that will have Octo in it. So, so Octo Expansion is the first one. Octo Expansion is a DLC story mode for Splatoon 2, Ty. Because you didn't know. So this is this is a paid DLC. This is not a free one. There's a lot of free DLC for Splatoon.
I was like getting all excited for Octodad.
No, this is a good game.
Octodad's a good game.
Okay. Redefining the word good, but whatever. So yeah, Octo Expansion is how much is it? $15, 1,500 yen. You can
20,
buy these
20, whatever.
You can buy these cool little download cards here in Japan. So this is once you got it installed, like the if you go towards, if you're in the main plaza and you head to the right, there's like a subway which was always been there, but you just it's been blocked off. But now when you go there, you can enter it and you go down into the underground and you start the story mode immediately. And you meet Captain Cuttlefish and you get to create a whole new character. You actually create an Octoling character. So yeah, obviously you're playing as an Octoling. You could choose male or female. I know all the commercials and all the images that have been released up till now have been a female Octoling. But yeah, you can choose a male one. You can choose hair color, eye color, like as you do when you first start Splatoon 2. And you get straight into it. And it's like, so the whole game takes place in this underground subway station. And yeah, you've probably seen like, you know, it's got like a typical kind of subway map, and that's where how you select the levels. Between levels, between stages, you're basically on the train, and the train gets more populated, like the more levels you do. So it starts off quite, you know, just you and Captain Goldfish on the train, but then, you know, all these kind of like octopus come on, and then there's these extra characters, you know, non-playable characters that you might have seen in the trailer. This big kind of like, I don't know what he is, underwater creature, whatever he is, this big dude, and this little blue kind of squiddy guy. And yeah, you can talk to them. They do various, you know, stuff as well, and they'll give you stuff as well. So basically, this is like mission mode, as you would expect, but it's not like any of the single player story mode that in regular Splatoon 2. These are like they're basically using like all the like the specials, or like the, you know, the ranked battle modes and stuff like that, but like in a one player environment. So like so for example, like you'll get like the Rainmaker gun, for example, but you know you have to, you know, do something else with it, because obviously you're playing it on your own. So you're like you actually do play a ranked battle of Rainmaker by yourself. It's like you versus 4 Octolings, and it's hard. It's really hard.
AI, or does it put you online?
Oh yeah, these are all AI, and the AI is cranked up to hard, so they're not messing around. I mean, in the regular story mode, they're quite easy. They're quite dumb, like but you know, they're a lot more aggressive in this one, so they will go to attack you,
like Dark Bots and Perfect Dark or whatever.
Yeah, along those lines. Maybe not that bad, you know. Well, I haven't completed it, so maybe they get harder as you go on. But like, yeah. So yeah, they'll aggressively attack you, and they will prevent you from getting to the end of the stage as much as they can. And it's hard because like you get reset back to the beginning, and you have to go all the way across there again. And the whole stage is covered with enemy ink. So like, you know, you can't just run through the stage. If you have to like repaint your way all the way there. Other ones include like there's a ball that you have to push to the edge, you know, and if the ball falls off, then you explode and you start again. Basically, you have to pay credits. It's all based around like a Japanese train system. Basically, you get like a Suica card, you know, like a IC card kind of thing that you have to touch the gate to go in, and you have to pay credits. So like you pay like 100 credits, 300 credits to enter. And if you die, if you lose 3 lives on that stage, you'll have to pay another 300 credits. Or maybe it's like slightly reduced to retry or something. I can't remember. But like, yeah, you're paying each time. So if you don't complete a stage first time, you're going to have to pay again. So, and you will eventually run out of credits, I guess. And then you'll have to like replay one of the easier stages to get some credits back or something like that. I don't know. I haven't got to that stage yet. But like, yeah, and some of the harder ones, like, it'll cost like 1,000 credits to play it, and some of them like give you a choice of weapon when you enter, and each weapon will give you a different different loadout, but also like different rewards. So like, you know, for example, this stage is easier with a splatter shot. You'll only get like 800 credits, but like if you try it with a sniper rifle, you might get 900 credits for completing it. So things like that, you know.
Hey, can I have your attention for a second?
Sure.
Just here's one of the extremely Castlevania infringing levels here. Yeah, do you remember this shit? So,
I played this level. Ugh.
Yeah, so in Castlevania, there's the exact same level, except I think it goes right to left, and it's like bird things dropping these hunchback guys instead of weird frogs.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's exactly the same. Also, here's not Alucard, who throws not bats and turns into not a bat. And he's totally not Alucard, despite being the same color and looking exactly the same. All right, back to Splatoon.
So, yeah, I think the one that's caused me the most difficulty so far was I actually did a little gameplay capture of this of Octo Expansion. That went live last time, I guess, Friday.
Last week, yeah, last week.
Yeah, the Friday that's just gone. But like I showed like an easy stage and a more difficult stage. The difficult one, it was like you had to shoot these balloons. You're like in a small arena, and you have to shoot these balloons that pop up around you. They come from any direction, and holy shit, like yeah, you wait more than like a second, and the balloons are going to float away, and that's it. You explode. You have to do it again from the start. So you have to basically pop like 50 balloons in like a couple of minutes or something like that. But you can't miss a single one. So yeah, and I did get to like 49 balloon, and the 50th balloon got away from me. Poof, explode, do it again. It is fucking brutal, man. This is really, really brutally hard. This is obviously for people who've completed the single play mode to death, you know, and are generally good at Splatoon. You know, they know all the advanced skills and stuff. It doesn't really teach you anything. They just kind of expect you to know all of this kind of thing. I mean, the levels are really well designed, but like, you know, there's no hand holding here. This is like hardcore mode. So, and there's 80 stages. So, and I spoke to a couple of my students today, and some of them had already completed it, and it's like, Jesus Christ, like how long did it come out?
Am I right?
How long has it been out? Like 5 days or something? I don't know.
Yeah, just a couple of days. And I noticed, man, because I'm still on the fence of whether or not I'm going to pick this up or not. But I was
I think it's too hard for you, Danny. I wouldn't bother.
I mean, I haven't even come on.
You haven't completed the regular story mode, have you?
I just haven't even started it.
Yeah, to start the fucking super advanced bonus story mode before even doing the regular story mode.
No. Hear me out for a second. No, when I was at 7-Eleven, I was like, oh, cool. They're going to have these Splatoon cards. Somebody need to hang on my wall. But they're all gone, so I couldn't even do that. But if I am...
you can't resist those cards, can you?
They're pretty awesome. But if I am going to get this game, or get this expansion, I definitely want to play through the single-player stuff in Splatoon 2 first. Just something I haven't done yet, just not on the high priority list, you know.
As we're talking, Cyrus couldn't be on the show tonight. He's what is he? Is he on his honeymoon? He's going to his honeymoon, right?
He's coming back.
Oh, he's on the way back. But anyway, he couldn't make it, and he's bought. I think he pre-ordered Octo Expansion pretty much the same time I did, but he couldn't. He hasn't downloaded it yet, so he's like trying to download it off really slow hotel Wi-Fi. It's like downloading it like 10 kilobytes, an hour. And he took a screenshot of his Switch, and it was like 60 hours left or something to download it. Rip in peace. So yeah, I'm man, yeah, it's incredibly difficult, but like really using the weapons and stuff in really kind of unique ways, which is really cool. And like, just using like the hover special, for example, and doing like the whole level with that is just cool, because usually the hover lasts like 10, 15 seconds. But, this one you're doing the whole, stage with it. It's pretty cool. So yeah, recommended if you've completed everything in Splatoon 2 and you want an extra challenge. But I think you can also get like extra items, right? You can play as an Octoling in like online, right? I think you can.
I'm not sure,
but there is something like that. Like, and there's extra items and stuff that you can earn in the Octo expansion, and then use those online, like these cool kind of Octoling shades. I think I've already unlocked those. Like,
quick question: is there any functional difference between an Octoling and an Inkling?
No functional difference, just visual.
Okay, well, I'm reminded of Halo 2 or 3 or which? Yeah, it must have been Halo 2 was the first one that would let you play as a Master Chiefish Spartan or one of the alien guys.
Right.
Yeah, and they were like 90% the same except their shape. It caused them to be different in certain ways. But basically, like, the Arbiter. So if the Arbiter's head was lower and in front, so it was like easier to headshot and kind of favor center of mass, like head on, but they could turn away from you, and it would be extremely hard to headshot them. So I was just wondering if there's anything like that between the Inklings and
No, they're pretty much
Underlings.
exactly the same. I mean, when you go into this like squid form, but well, it's octopus form when you're an octoling. So you're like your little kind of blobby dude that kind of goes on the ground when you're swimming in the ink is like a little octopus now instead of a squid.
Okay, that's cute.
So that's pretty cute. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, check out my my stream on the YouTube channel if you want to see a bit of that in action. I only quote unquote spoil 2 stages, so you know there's not too much to spoil there. So and the other Octo game is Octopath Traveler. They released a brand new demo, completely different download, like different like ROM, I guess, from the eShop. And this allows you to choose any of the 8 characters. Yeah, it's basically like it starts like the game starts. You can choose any of the 8 characters, and you can play for 3 hours before it stops, and then you can continue your save file into the full game.
So this is. Do you think this is basically just the beginning of the game, more or less?
It's not. I think if when the final game comes out, you'll be additional stuff to download because apparently some like side quests or some other parts of it are blocked off.
Okay.
So like they don't let you go to other stages and stuff like that. But like basically all the starting areas and like the surrounding areas you can go to. So so I chose a character that wasn't in the other demo. So I chose the thief, and his speciality is thieving, obviously steal. So you can basically steal from any non-playable character. So you can just walk around the village, go up to someone, press Y, and just steal all their gold, everything that's on them, and they won't even realize. Well, there's a kind of a risk, they'll tell you the percentage chance of you stealing stuff and them not using kind of thing. But
do you go to jail like in Skyrim?
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Apparently it affects your, like, what is it? Oh, I've forgotten the wording they used it, but it's like your reputation or something like that amongst them. Your reputation in the village or something like that. But yeah, so I'll try. I stopped playing because I thought maybe it's better to stream this because it's limited to 3 hours, right? So and people are obviously choosing all different characters. So yeah, there's some really weird classes. Like there's a apothecary.
Nice.
And yeah, what else have you got? Well, we had the dancer and the warrior from before, right? And I'm choosing the thief, and then there's like, yeah, there's like, oh, well, there's obviously 8 paths to choose from,
right?
But yeah, I really liked the last demo, and this one is a lot more stuff to do. So yeah, why the hell not?
I really like the quote that Square Enix said just maybe in the past couple of days. Somebody asked them about whether or not they're going to be doing DLC for this game, and they said basically, absolutely not. I mean, we have everything in the game already. Like it's just something that they hadn't even thought about. That's a great thing to hear because in this day and age, DLC is just an extra money maker for a lot of developers, and it's just like, oh well, it's not always just cutting something from the game. Like think about stuff with Breath of the Wild. Yeah, think about Breath of the Wild though. Like last year when they're like, "Yep, we're gonna have DLC," I really think they had no idea what the fuck they were gonna do.
Yeah, everyone except Nintendo cuts stuff out the main game to add as DLC later. Pretty much.
Yeah, here's a haunting quote for you. Something I probably said before, but the main marketing guy at Capcom USA has said, like on the record, that sales for games actually go up if they announce DLC before it comes out. So that's a fucked up thing to think about.
The Call of Duty games are all based around DLC packs and
the map packs. It's ridiculous.
It's like, yeah, here's the full game, but then we've got 2 years worth of extra content coming, that we've already finished.
Yeah, and
so it's good that it is weird how that's now become weird to say we don't have DLC. It's like, well, that's weird. You don't have DLC.
Yeah,
it's weird that that's become weird. It shouldn't be weird. That should be normal.
Yeah, and I think with maybe Bravely Default 1. God, I'm getting him confused. Maybe there's a second one, but they basically one or both of them had an option to be able to like purchase stuff from the eShop, like some kind of credit.
It was like an easy mode, wasn't it? Like I could buy something.
I forgot what it was.
It was a little bit controversial, wasn't it? It was like you can buy like revives or something like that, or you can level up or something like that, right?
No, I thought it was like something not as generous as that even.
Okay.
like in-game money.
The worst things are always stuff that expires, right?
Yeah.
That's like, the worst.
Right.
Paying real money for something an item that might expire in the game and you can't use it anymore.
Right. So for whatever reason, what my point was, I think that, with stuff like that, maybe Square Enix is kind of like, okay, people got really pissed off about that stuff. So let's just cut that out and just make a game that's, great and can play on nostalgia and not have to just dig deeper into people's pockets if we don't have to. I like that. But yeah. So James,
by the way,
what's that?
It was a potion.
Oh, potion. Oh,
that you could buy in Bravely Default.
Okay.
So the other game I tried out, only for 2 matches, was Fortnite, which was a game that was announced and released during the E3 presentation, which we talked about in our Famicast Reacts video that we did during the Direct. So yeah, downloaded Fortnite. That game takes a long time to kind of connect, I guess. It's not as quick, as fast paced as you'd want like an online game to be for me. Like with if I compare it to Splatoon 2, for example, you can get in game.
Has to do matchmaking for 100 fucking players.
That's true. Compare it to Splatoon 2. Come on, James. It takes forever just to get through the opening dialogue.
Oh yeah. Well, that's true. That's true enough. But like, it just seems to have too many loading bars that it has to go through. It's like, come on. But yeah, it plays like flawlessly. I couldn't believe I was like in a match with 100 players, or I think it was like maybe 96 or something like that. But like, yeah, it looks cool. Like I actually like the graphic style it has. It's kind of cartoony, but semi-realistic, I guess, but like cartoony at the same time.
Sims type of level.
Yeah, that's
Team Fortress 2.
Yeah,
Fortress 2,
that too.
Team Fortress 2 mixed with The Sims. So yeah, like I have no idea what I was doing. I couldn't find any weapons, and then got shot and died. And I was like, okay, I need to learn how to play this game.
I made like I think I made like 11th or 14th my very first Fortnite game.
Okay. Oh yeah. Now he's just pulling our leg here.
No. I'm really good at fucking hiding.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, I ended up coming like 28th or something by doing nothing. Like I was just like hiding and destroying stuff and getting pieces, and then someone found me and shot me.
Waiting in a corner for somebody to walk by so you can like shoot them in the back.
Yeah, I mean, if I'd had the patience, I could have probably got higher up than that, because no one was finding me where I was, and I was like, oh, this is boring. I'm going to find someone, then dead. Never mind. But yeah, like it is unusual. It is unusual, like the building aspect and stuff like that. It's going to take some getting used to. There's a lot of like control stuff going on there. But,
right, because like the game wasn't originally intended to be like a battleground shooter. It's supposed to be like this co-op building game, right?
Yeah, right. You can kind of tell. So, but yeah, I was just like impressed, like how well it ran on Switch. It's like, because thinking back in the history of Nintendo online games, it's like, the fact that you can do voice chat by just plugging in a headphone jack, and you can do voice chat straight on the system like that, which the Splatoon, people said that wasn't possible. And then a game with like 100, concurrent players, simultaneous players comes out and does that.
Wait, is the voice in that game, is it like spatialized? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure about that.
It would have to be, right?
Yeah, the sound design is pretty cool, actually. You do hear everything that's going on around you, so you can usually tell when people are nearby because of the sound. Right. Like 3D audio is pretty good. So yeah, I'll have to get on with Danny and a bunch of you guys or something. Oh, we could do crossplay because Xbox and Switch.
Oh no
With-
shit! Yeah, let's
with-
do it. I
Because
already have mine installed.
Yeah,
I
I have
think-
mine's downloaded too. I mean, I just haven't played it yet. Yeah, man, that'd be great.
isn't that crazy? Yeah, we should do a stream of that because, like, I mean, Sony's been in the headlines in the past couple of weeks for negative reasons because they've been coming up with some bullshit reason why if you have played Fortnite on PS4, that account is now forever a Sony account. But if you did it first on Xbox, you can easily switch it to a Switch account or vice versa. So Sony's the only one that kind of like fucks up your account. So yeah, their excuses are bullshit. Let's just face it, it's stupid. I mean, yeah, Mantis Ban Racing did it right, Ty.
Yeah, like we played that, we streamed that. So if anybody said like Fortnite is the first time this is happening, they're wrong.
Right. Yeah, Mantis Ban was like Steam, Xbox, and Switch all at the same time. And
Yeah,
I guess in
we had
Fortnite-
all of them in the same matches. It was
yeah, I mean,
great.
is Fortnite on mobile as well?
Yeah,
So
yeah, I don't
you
know if that's its own thing though. Is it?
yeah. I don't know if that's compatible with all the other stuff. I could have swore that they said yes, but I could be completely wrong.
I would see. It would seem like mobile people would have a hard time keeping up with people with the keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, that's kind of thinking the same thing too.
Right. Oh shit,
or,
yeah.
or even a controller for that matter.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Hunger Games now on Switch.
Yeah.
It's cool.
PUBG Junior.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. I mean, it hasn't been that long since the last episode, has it?
No,
A little bit
well,
shorter
it's been
than-
2 weeks. Well, it has been 2 weeks since the last like real episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, you know, basically been watching more video games than playing them, right? During the E3 and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Wow,
aside from-
imagine that.
yeah. For me, aside from NBA, yes, I've been watching a lot. Well, the same amount as I've been playing video games.
There you go.
Okay. Small brain watching video games, big brain playing video games, galactic brain being a video game.
Exactly. Okay. Cool. Well, this is going to go ahead and do it for new business. So we're going to go
Yep.
ahead and move into some news. And before,
Yeah, the news. Yeah, let's do it.
oh, geez, actually, no, we're not going to move into there.
We're not
we had
gonna do
a
Japanese.
thing planned.
There was
There's a
another,
thing.
there's another thing before this. Now playing at thefamicast.com. Screwed that one up.
What an asshole.
Yes. So as always, as you know, we're always doing a lot of stuff, here on YouTube, a lot of articles and stuff going up on the website. Yeah. So James, I mean, you kind of mentioned it throughout your new business.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you've been putting up here recently?
So we have an Octo expansion playthrough of like basically the intro, the character's creation, and a couple of levels. Like I said, easy level, and then I kind of skip forward and I do like a one hard level, and that's about it. So yeah, check that out. That's pretty cool. And then we have a video review of Yonder the Cloud Catcher Chronicles. That's going live this Famicast Friday. And basically, that's a game I talked about ages ago, like basically a month ago. And the review, I'd just been procrastinating on the review. It was a hard review to write because, like I said on the show, like I just didn't really know what this game was. Like it took me by surprise, So yeah, read my review, and then you can read the review right now. And the video review will go live on Famicast Friday. That's when all our video content goes live every Friday, Famicast Friday. Keep it locked to the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Crazy good
Another,
stuff.
let's say another shameless plug for me. One of the most recent things I've done is a really awesome 64DD like overview
Oh,
video.
yeah.
If you haven't checked that out, please check it out. Let me know what you think. Share it with your friends. Tell your grandma. She was around when the 64DD was out, probably.
Yeah.
So
And Ty, you were part of the Famicast Reacts, weren't you?
I suppose I was.
How did you react?
The same
Badly.
thing I always do with incredulence.
Yeah, it was probably not the Reacts videos that you get from the young people of the YouTubes.
it's
They
like
just go crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to think that we're all like basically still ourselves. We don't have to put on some kind of weird persona and be like, ah! Start going crazy.
Snake!
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I did a bit of that, but it's all an act.
Well,
so yeah, Famicast Reacts, and yeah, I have a feeling there's something else we're forgetting, but yeah, just look at the YouTube channel and you'll find it.
Yes. So all this and more at the Famicast on YouTube and at thefamicast.com. Be sure to check us out.
They're good. Oh,
and,
family chatting. Yeah, family chatting. That's what I forgot.
There it is.
Well, should we add that in?
We just did. Family chatting. We talk about a lot of stuff. And Cheesemeister.
Yeah, we did like a Smash Brothers of, family chatting. We had 2 special guests, John Cousins and Cheesemeister, and they all joined in with the family chatting.
Yeah.
We went back, broke it down with some hilarious comments on a game-by-game basis.
Oh, yeah.
All the games at E3. It was awesome. Yes. Give it a read.
Yeah, definitely check that out. And I think that's it for real. Yeah, we're probably still forgetting something, but it's okay. All this and more at famicast.com. James?
Now it's the Japanese.
There it is. Before we get into the actual honest-to-God Japanese, I thought maybe it would be interesting to...
That was the Japa fake news.
Yeah.
Well, baited.
Well, I thought it'd be interesting to give some final thoughts on E3. I mean, everything's done. It's been a week since Nintendo's conference, roughly, right? A little bit more than that. Yeah. So I guess just first, on a Nintendo side of thing, what do you guys think overall about their presentation and their presence at E3 this year?
Can't people just watch our Reacts video?
I mean, I'd say we have a little bit more...
Chatting.
It's true, but...
Our views are out there, Danny, and they are good. But in a nutshell, I guess. In a nutshell, I thought this Nintendo Direct wasn't very good. I thought it was one of their poorer ones that we've had in the past few years. Which is a shame because, Nintendo are kind of ahead at the moment. And I felt like they dropped the ball a bit. There were next to zero good surprises for me. There were a couple of surprises, but nothing like mind blowing,
right?
Nothing like new game. There were a few new games announced, but it was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, that might be cool. There wasn't like, oh shit.
Exactly.
The only oh shit I had was the Ubisoft presentation when Star Fox got announced for their Starlink game. That was a bit kind of like Megaton-ish.
Yeah, it was. Interesting. I'm just not interested at all in that game.
Miyamoto coming on stage, and then
he was like, he wasn't even on stage. They kind of went out into the crowd and said, like, here he is.
Stage, and Yves Guillemot giving all his French English.
Yeah,
Is it, Mr. Miyamoto, you are great pleasure to have you here today. And then Miyamoto's just staring blankly into middle distance, like
he had no idea.
He had no idea a single thing he said.
Yes.
He had to have a French English to English translator.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then that guy had to translate it into Japanese. Took a while.
Something like this.
What is going on Ty's screen now?
Not much, dog. What's up with you?
Jesus. But the Star Fox thing looks cool. I mean, it's crazy that you have to play the game with that freaking giant contraption on your controller.
No, you don't. You don't have to. You can play without the stuff.
But they actually made like an attachment, like the Joy-Con grip. Like it replaces the Joy-Con grip, or it goes into the Joy-Con grip. I don't know.
I think it's something that fits just onto like the outside of the controller. They have the same thing for Xbone and PS4.
Okay.
It's some kind of I don't know exactly what it is. I haven't really looked into it too much, but I remember seeing some kind of a clip that you can attach, these toys to.
Yeah, I mean, interesting concept. I mean, I would prefer it if I could just play a Star Fox without buying all that shit, Yeah. And if I could just buy the Star Fox version, whatever, download code.
And well, it's not the main part of the game. It's just a part of the Switch.
No. I heard you can play the whole game with Star Fox.
Okay.
And he has, a story and how he fits into that world and everything like that. So
okay, well, never mind.
Should be interesting. Well, it's one of those games. Like, I'll wait for the review, see what they say. you know, I'll read John Reardon's review on Nintendo World Report. That guy is a Star Fox maniac, and he knows everything about Star Fox. Yeah. Like seriously, he knows everything about Star Fox.
Furry alert.
Like he knows the difference between the Star Fox logos between each game. I'm not kidding. It's crazy. But like like the Smash Brothers part, it was so weird. It was just like, yeah, it was just like a giant checklist of stuff we know. It's like, and then the occasional like, oh, okay, that's cool.
I thought it was good actually. Well, it's just the Smash Brothers part. I think they, well, there weren't any surprises. Like the fact that they met like everyone's wild expectations. I think.
Every character, Ty. Every character.
Yeah, and fucking Ridley at last.
Yeah. I respect that. I'm glad that they've done this. There've been I guess this is what people wanted, and they've done it, and they've added Ridley. Okay, that's cool. But I mean, there's still a lot of questions about the game. I think we even talked about this on the Famicast Reacts. There's still a lot of things we don't know. We don't know if they're using GGPO, any of that type of stuff.
We do know if they're using that or not.
They're not. They're not. It's the easy answer.
And Sakurai quite recently said, like, I think I forwarded this to Ty, right? There was an article about how Sakurai is like actually meeting with the pros for the first time ever, and actually getting feedback about the game and stuff like that, what they want. I mean, Ridley was like straight up. Also, Sakurai also said Ridley is a straight up reaction to the Western fans. The Japanese fans didn't want Ridley. They don't even know who the fuck Ridley is.
Yeah,
but like,
well, as other video game developers have long since figured out, like listening to the fans, it can sometimes be good, and listening to your top players is always good.
Okay. So yeah, hopefully they give them some good tips, and they incorporate those stuff that they want. I mean, I knew straight off the bat that short hopping was a thing that Ty wasn't very good at, and so now now they've made it easy, because you just like tap up and jump, right, or something like that,
or just the jump button. Yeah, I think I remember what I said was I think when I played on Wii U, I think I changed my configuration to turn to take jump off of up entirely.
Yeah, me too.
For cleaner up tilts and whatever.
Yeah.
And then set jump to a button.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And then like you had to press the jump up for like an incredibly short time to
Tap
get
it.
a short jump, and it seemed really sketchy.
But now they fixed that.
Yeah, good.
So I guess it was kind of interesting, because like Ty and Cyrus was schooling me and Danny on the ins and outs of like upgraded fighting games and stuff like that, and the history of like how fighting games were had to have these revisions or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And now we, for the first time ever, we've had it with a Nintendo fighting game, because we've never had this before. Like each Smash Brothers game has been 5-6 years since the last one, and it's been a completely new game. Like you can't even tell. You can easily tell the difference between Brawl and Melee just by looking at it. Within 5 seconds, anyone who's played those games can immediately tell. But with this one, you might need to watch a bit more footage before you realize which one it is. Like if there's like Mario versus Luigi on Final Destination, you wouldn't immediately be able to know which game that is. They are so similar, but like obviously a lot of the behind the scenes stuff is different. The short hops, and there's some kind of hits that you can do in the air, like and immediately smash someone out, and it goes to like a little slow-mo cutscene or something like that, right? There's like what do you call them, critical hits or something like that. I don't know what it is, but like in the tournament that they did at the show, Zero did one. He finished like he was Sheik, and he was playing against a snake, and he fucking like perfect like kicked somebody in the face in midair, and like got like an instant KO, even though he was like had less health than him. So that was pretty cool. I've never seen that before in Smash. So that's obviously things that like tournament players want. But on the surface, they've got like more fun stuff, like extra characters and stuff like that, and players, female and male Pokemon trainers, you know, things that, you know, casual people might enjoy, you know, play as a female and male Inkling. But then on top of that, also, you know, the kind of like technical stuff as well. So, yeah, obviously this is like a what do you call it? A Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo to Street Fighter 2, right? So,
Right.
And, you know, finally it's happened with a Nintendo game. It's the first time that I can remember that that's ever happened. This is where you go, well, actually, and push your glasses up.
No, you about nailed it.
Yeah.
About.
No, except there are like 4 revisions between Street Fighter 2 and Super Turbo. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, so maybe whatever, Street Fighter 2 Turbo to Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, something like that.
Yeah,
But,
because okay, so they never really made much for adjustments and updates and bug fixes in Wii U Smash, did they?
They did, like, on a character basis, they did, right? Like Bayonetta got nerfed a lot. And,
Oh yeah, there was a Bayonetta nerf.
I'm sure there was someone else. Or Diddy Kong probably got a few nerfs as well, right?
Maybe, I don't know.
Because he was
Right.
LOL OP for a long time, right?
Yeah. I don't know about OP, but I mean, like in a fighting game, there's always going to be a quote best character.
Mhm.
That doesn't matter. What matters is how far ahead of the rest of the pack are they.
But then someone comes along and wins a tournament with Ness or Jigglypuff, and then you go, whoa.
Uh-huh. I'm a big Hungry Box fan, not gonna lie.
Did you, so Ty, one of your predictions was like they were going to do a tournament, but we kind of knew that, but
yeah.
What were you saying? Like they should take it on the road or something like that?
Yeah,
But
I think I mentioned something like that. They should take it to all the major tournaments and get feedback.
But they got all the pros. They invited all the pros to the tournament, didn't they?
I suppose they did.
Did you watch any of those matches?
Nope.
There's some pretty cool ones. Like, I mean, like I said, that Sheik versus Snake match was pretty cool because like they could choose 3 characters at the start, and then they couldn't like repeat the same character. So like Zero chose like, or whatever it was, like Sheik and, you know, Diddy Kong and someone else. So when it got to the finals, all he had left was Sheik, and the other guy all he had left was Snake, and it was like fucking intense. It was crazy. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, Snake does seem to be a lot better, a lot faster.
Yeah, I like he was already really good. He was like the next best character in Brawl to Meta Knight, if I remember. And
yeah,
he had like a really cool bug that was basically mandatory for high level play in Brawl. I know, right?
right.
Wait, you would like dash cancel or dive cancel into mortar, and Snake would do like a sliding mortar attack. Does this sound familiar?
There was something like that, like in I don't think it was the final, but like one of the pro matches, like he SD like self-destructed on purpose by like dropping like a mortar on someone's head, like when they were under the stage, and like killed him and someone else, and to kind of like level the playing field, even though his health was like quite high and the other person's was quite low. So that was pretty cool. Because Snake's got that cool like not gyrocopter, but whatever it is.
Yeah, the
thing that lifts him up. Helicopter thing.
Like a rope ladder or something.
Oh yeah, and on the final smashes, they had final all items off except final smashes. And so you got to see, well, obviously they wanted to show off the new final smashes, right? Yeah. I'm sure pros would have preferred to turn everything off at all times, but like.
Yep. But yeah, this isn't like a quote real tournament. This is an emotional thing.
Yeah, I think along the earlier rounds, they just had all items on. It was pretty hectic.
Okay.
Danny, anything else that stood out for you? E3?
I mean, in terms of Nintendo stuff, no, not really. But I guess
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, well, we could talk about that. Actually, we could talk about that in the
yeah, that's it. That's in the news.
Yeah. But other stuff that was announced that for other platforms that I'm kind of excited about is the new Assassin's Creed game, Odyssey, I believe. Set in basically, you're basically Leonidas.
New Donk City.
Yeah, New Donk City. No, you're basically Leonidas going around killing people, and you could be a girl Leonidas if you want to too. So that's cool.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that Ghost of Tsushima.
That game looked really cool too.
That looks really good. That basically is an Assassin's Creed game, isn't it? It basically looks like a Assassin's Creed game based in Japan. But like visuals are fucking amazing on that game.
Yes.
Like seriously amazing.
Yeah, no, that looks really cool. I'm looking forward to probably trying that. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about this earlier. It's like I haven't played a game on a non-Nintendo system for over a year.
That's really shameful, actually.
I know. Part of it's like review stuff. Part of it's, well, actually, that's most of it. And then anything that I would purchase would just be like, Nintendo related. Last year there were so many games I wanted to buy, and it's the same this year. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I want to buy. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to get this Assassin's Creed game. I love the series. Sucks that it's not on Nintendo systems anymore, but it's just the way.
So is the Ghost of Tsushima, is that a Sony exclusive? Or?
Yeah, PS4 exclusive. I think it's Sucker Punch that's working on it. They made that
looks great.
Not coming to mind, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's that superhero game where you kind of
Infamous,
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Infamous, that's the one. Yeah, that looks awesome. Ty, are we getting any non-Nintendo games?
Oh yeah, I have a
you're
whole
excited
list. Like I've been ready for this.
Okay.
Come on then, best two.
Best two? Oh God. Okay, so I have a list of like 6 games here.
Okay.
For the first one I am very excited about, but they show almost nothing of, was Doom Eternal.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I'd better get my my image back up here. Yeah, this guy. Doom. I fucking love Doom.
Hell on Earth.
Yes, I'm excited to play maybe more or less a reboot of Doom 2. Now, I don't know how familiar you guys are with Doom 2.
I had the Doom 2 strategy guide, but I didn't have Doom 2.
That's very weird.
Yeah. I think my friend just left it at my house, and I just kept it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm definitely going to leave this image up while I talk about Doom.
Okay.
Hell on Earth is the basically the story, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So
which we're getting to closer and closer in real life every single day.
I know, right? Demon Invasion any day now. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Republicans will call them job creators. So what I'm hoping for in Doom 2 is a little bit of a change in flavor. So original Doom and the Doom reboot is very much a combination of like outer space moon base thing and hell.
Mm-hmm.
So Doom 2 became a little more, I don't know what you call it, a little more gothic and industrial flavor. And you would see it in the areas too. Like there were very much buildings, like Earth buildings that you would go to, and like some of the far off backgrounds, they would be like a cityscape, and a lot of the level layouts, they would be like these open boxy things with like a lot of buildings in them, possibly. And the
churches and stuff, right?
Yeah, and the soundtrack also took a turn away from like plagiarized metal to more original stuff with a little more variety in it. So I'm kind of hoping for something like that in Doom Eternal. Oh, and also a greater variety of enemies as well.
Well, Cyrus he popped into the chat here for a second, and he
Who?
said, "Hey, an ending would be a nice addition to Doom 2. Shake things up in Doom 1."
Yeah, I mean, Doom 1, not to spoil it, there's a little bit of a cliffhanger there.
Yeah, please don't spoil it. I want to buy this, but
yeah,
I need to
already.
I need to complete that game.
You need to complete it.
Or is Cyrus talking about the original Doom?
Original Doom?
I don't know.
Yeah, like original Doom, like each episode had like just like a page of text as the ending. And I think Doom 2 as well. They're like every like partway through the game, they would give you like a page of text.
Okay.
And that was the story.
So he's talking about the new one. So. Sorry.
Which he reviewed for the Famicast.com.
Yeah, he did. He did a
That was
great
video
job on that
review.
too.
Well, here's my review. It's extremely good. Play it.
Get it now.
Yes.
Let's see. Next thing, Metal Wolf Chaos XD. You guys have seen this, right?
Robots.
Okay, so Metal Wolf Chaos it became this like cult hit basically just due to the trailer of the original game. So it's a Japan only original Xbox game, of which there are very few.
So that's why I haven't heard of or played this. Okay.
Yeah, many
one of
people,
one.
yeah, many people have asked me to get this game. Oh, there are others. Maybe I'll tell you about them sometime.
When we're older.
So many people ask me to pick this game up, and I tell them it costs like $200. And they're like, "Oh, never mind." Yeah, like I've never actually seen a copy in person. So anyway, it's like it's a mech game, but you're like a hyperactive president of the United States, and your vice president betrays you, and they talk like an anime hero and villain. And like at the climax of the game, I think in your mech you like snowboard down the side of an exploding space shuttle.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, it's like just so over the top and ridiculous. It became this cult hit that like everybody fucking wants and nobody has. So it's kind of amazing that they're re-releasing it. We're all very excited, and
Nice.
it's a bullet point feature that they've preserved the original voice acting.
Wow.
Yeah, so just look up the trailer for the original game. Just do it now or later, whatever. Just do it.
Danny, what was that 3DS game where it's like a Japanese high school girl was like president of the United States in a
Maiden.
Yeah, and she was in a mech, right?
Yes.
That's nice. I was thinking of a visual novel, but okay.
Yeah, no, there was.
Yeah, if you want another great trailer, look up "My Girlfriend Is the President." so yeah, there's like two mandatory viewing for you already.
Okay, got a lot of homework.
Yeah. What's next? I'm actually pretty interested in Dead or Alive 6, which I probably talked about before, but I believe it's an extremely terrible fighting game series that kind of got good at DOA 5 when they got rid of Itagaki.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of the random bullshit, the Smash Brothers brawl shit, if you will, and made it like a fighting game where like the stage doesn't just randomly hit you.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, so DOA 5 became a good game somehow. So I'm like excited to possibly get another good fighting game. And like, yeah, and also like a few months before they announced it, they said, yeah, we had no plans for another Dead or Alive game. So it was kind of a surprise. So they were probably lying.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. What else? Fallout 76.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot to be said about this elsewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's gonna be like, okay, so they said it's like an online only game,
right?
So they also it's not like an MMO. Is it give you like the server based survival thing, like Conan Exiles or whatever?
Yeah, it's weird. I was trying to kind of make sense of it. I think I was watching the Bethesda thing, and I was drinking a couple beers, and just kind of got it mixed up in my head how it's gonna actually work out. But.
Right. So I am a big fan of the meme I retweeted about how Fallout 3 you're looking for your father, Fallout 4 you're looking for your son, and then Fallout 76 you're looking for the nuke codes to destroy Pussy Slayer's shitty shack that he spent hours building.
Yes.
So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It seems like it may become one of those legendary griefing games. So if it's just wild shit happening nonstop, I'm on board. Man, okay, this skeleton is starting to get annoying.
I just can't believe they made 76 of those games already.
I know, right? Yeah, like my first reaction was, wow, it has to have like funk music and weaponized cars, because Interstate 76, great game.
There you go.
I doubt either of you guys have played it.
Well,
I remember you talking about it.
Great game. Wouldn't say great game, but it's a game. Definitely a game.
Yeah. Resident Evil 2 remake.
Ooh, yes, please.
Yeah, looks like it plays like Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, that's what I've read too, and that's what's kept me from any old Resident Evil game in the past, just because of the damn controls.
You're garbage.
Thank you.
Man, okay, they're gonna re-release like every single Resident Evil game except the one that needs a re-release, which is Outbreak. I fucking love Outbreak so much.
PlayStation 1?
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2.
And it was an online game.
Right.
So you need like the online adapter, which
nobody has.
Not many people had.
Yeah. Hello.
So and also they shut down the servers. And that was like out of their control too. So that really sucked. They shut down a little too early in the game's life. And also there were like 2 volumes of it. There's like Outbreak 1 and Outbreak 2. And like each one had like 5 scenarios in it. So they just need to put those together, release it. Just PSN, Xbox Live, PC maybe, fucking Switch. It's not a game that needs like high online performance to play.
Probably couldn't handle it visually though. So
it's a fucking PS2 game.
I know.
Okay,
that's a joke.
Yeah, I love that game so much. I feel like it perfected like the tank control style Resident Evil game. Like you could play it like if I remember, you play it either tank style or like just analog style, like relative to the camera.
Yeah, I know the 64 version at least had like a thing.
Outbreak didn't come out on 64.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about Resident Evil 2.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay,
that's the version I owned.
Yeah, so for the love of God, like just re-release Outbreak. People are like hacking the PS2 version to run on home boost servers. Or they're trying. I don't know how successful they've been, but it needs a re-release just so bad. Just put them together, ship it. Like, don't even upscale it. I don't even fucking care. Just ship it.
Get Sega to make it, because that's what they did with like most of the stuff in the Yakuza re-release on Wii U.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. They had a lot of HD assets, but all the video stuff, they just kept the compressed PS2 version. It was weird.
So, does anyone remember any predictions that we made? Like,
wait. One more game. Just one more, please.
Jesus Christ.
Sure.
Soul Calibur 6.
They announced that?
Oh, they didn't announce it, but they showed more stuff, I think.
Oh, okay. I just didn't even know.
More tits, more ass.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, dead or alive.
Right.
Yeah, they just interviewed the creator of Soul Calibur 6 about the whole boob stuff. And he's like, yeah, deal with it.
Yeah,
I'm a guy. Something like that.
Deal with it.
Hashtag
if you don't like
Japan.
it, you can pick the George Washington outfit. Am I right?
There it is.
I think he said something like, well, we're mostly made of guys on the team. And it's like, no shit.
They announced a Switch version for that?
No.
I bet they will.
Soul Calibur 6?
Yeah, if I were a betting man.
Wow.
I think they're going to show a Switch version.
That would have made a good E3 announcement.
Yeah.
That's not.
Well, maybe they can't commit yet. I don't know. Okay, I'm done.
So, yeah, I think we guessed, Korea told us that Dragon Ball Z Fighters Z was going to come to Switch, and it was right. Fortnite, it was right. I remember saying, like, probably Yoshi's not going to come out. It's going to do like a Woolly World thing, and that was right. That's not coming out anytime soon. I think that's next year, isn't it? They delayed it. It was originally going to be a 2018 game, I guess, but not anymore. There was no Prime 4, which I think we all thought there was going to be at least a teaser trailer. Nope.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I think I remember saying something like, there hasn't been a Paper Mario or a Mario Party on Switch. Yeah, they announced that at least. That's weird. Oh yeah, I was wrong. I actually redo my FamiChatting text because I originally on the FamiChatting my hilarious comment about Mario Party was like, this is the 11th game in the series and still no online play.
Oh,
but then they announced later after the event, they announced that they were going to have online mode for all the mini games. So
right.
not the main kind of board game mode. And it actually got me thinking, like, would you want to sit there online for 3 hours with your friends? Maybe it wouldn't be fun. But like the mini games is all that you want, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that makes more sense. And that might be pretty cool.
Yeah, okay. I didn't even realize that was a part. I just saw the headlines, Super Mario Party has online. Like, okay,
yeah.
whatever. Okay,
so
that's actually...
I redid my paragraph to reflect that.
Wait, did you mention that Dragon Ball is coming with a fucking ROM for the Super Nintendo game?
That's part of the news. Part of the news. We'll get there.
We're still in news, technically.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just call it all news. It's all news. News and reactions.
Yeah.
Japanese reactions. What? Doesn't make sense.
Nope.
Vanilla news, as Danny calls it on here. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is called it's called Dairanto Smash Bros. Special in Japanese.
Special, just like all my favorite SNK games.
Yeah, yes.
And Fire Emblem 2 Heroes is called Fire Emblem Fuka Setsugetsu in Japanese. So yeah, have to remember that when talking with your pals in Japan.
Yes.
I won't.
Exactly.
So Ty thought that the Switch version will probably have all the DLC.
Yeah, it turns out I'm wrong, but I'm not the one who's dumb.
Yep, not going to include the DLC. But you do get the the Super Famicom game.
Yeah, and
is that a good game?
Yeah, I think it was developed by Arc Systems Works as well. I might be wrong though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I remember of this series of games, the Butoden series of games. Like I remember the first one was kind of second one was awesome. The third one was not great, and then they also had another game. I think it was called like Hyperdimension or something. All like 2D fighters on Super Nintendo, and yeah, but this isn't the first time that this has happened. Actually, with a Dragon Ball game I bought a few years ago on 3DS. This one, it's called Dragon Ball Extreme Butoden. Like there was a code in here for the 3DS.
Yeah.
I'm covering up the code that I already used, but basically you can
just type that in.
Yes, you can get Super Butoden 2 on your 3DS, and I have it. That's neat.
Wait, so you never redeemed the code?
No, I did. I think I did that before I even played this 3DS game. I think I redeemed that.
Well, why are you covering up the code then?
Just in case I didn't.
What an asshole.
That's good security.
Yeah, yes. Only the best.
Yeah. So the Switch version is going to have a baby mode as well?
Yeah, that's what I saw. This is again
the game already is baby mode.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
Yeah, like you can just like tap light and it will auto combo for you.
Huh.
It's like everything in the game is a quarter circle.
And, right.
And like I don't know. I can't believe that quarter circle is like too hard for some people. It's shameful, really.
I'm sitting right here, man.
Quarter circle. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, out in this, Dragon Ball Fighter Z also has a release date for Japan right now on the Switch. It's September 27th. It's going to retail for $7,300, about 70, a little over $70. So
that's expensive. Without the DLC.
It's the
that seems.
It's the anime tax, man. If you look at it on other platforms here in Japan, it's probably about the same thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was pretty expensive to get the version off the U.S. store as well. Like, I got the version that like included like the season pass or whatever it's called for all the DLC. It was like $100.
Damn. Okay.
So it was not a cheap game, like anywhere.
So you're expecting a lot of DLC characters, Ty?
Yeah, they already announced the number. It was like 8, I think. And then I think they shipped 6 so far.
Okay, all right. Good luck to you.
Okay. Well,
so
yeah, moving on.
this next game.
Yeah, so this is actually something, James, that you brought to my attention. The
Yeah.
the indie title My Friend Pedro. It's actually officially coming to Japan. No like specific release date, but we got this news from Japanese Nintendo. Thank you very much. Yeah, and that was pretty much the extent of it. So
Yeah, it's coming to Japan. Cool.
Yeah.
This is Max Payne, 2D Max Payne.
yeah.
In case you don't know what it is.
Yes.
Looks awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been hearing some impressions on some other podcasts about people who got to play this at E3,
Ooh.
and it sounds like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like being able to like, basically, you can lock your arms in one place and like just shoot and go into slow motion mode, and then you can like throw frying pans
Right.
and then shoot a bullet at the frying pan so it
Yeah.
ricochets off and kills someone in another part of the level. Looks so good.
Yeah. Skateboard to the face. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
And for some reason, there's a talking banana, which is
Yeah.
weird, but there you go.
Yep.
Probably not needed.
But, yeah. It's Pedro.
Get rid
It's Pedro.
of it. Yeah. Video games, everyone.
Speaking of video games, check out this room. It's an exact copy of the last room before the Grim Reaper in Castlevania 1.
Ty's
David-
continuing his Bloodstained quest. If you're
Yeah.
listening to the audio
I've been
version.
playing Bloodstained pretty much the whole episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess that that stream might go up to the YouTube channel? Question mark.
You'll be able to see bits and pieces.
I guess in a way you can see it on this.
Yes.
So Danny, why do we care about Arcade Archives Donkey Kong?
Well, the only interesting thing of note here is that, yeah, okay, it's Donkey Kong, big deal, but this is actually apparently, this is when you push your glasses up on your nose. This is the first time the original arcade version from 1981 has ever been publicly re-released. So
yeah, it's got the weird levels that people don't know about.
Yeah,
like the Pie Factory and the level where you shoot a tranquilizer at Donkey Kong and he falls on the trampoline. No, I just made that up.
I was gonna say, okay. Yeah,
The Pie Factory is real.
Yes,
it's a real level.
And then there was another game, right? The Sky Skipper.
Yep, Sky Skipper. That's something that there's only one of in the West, arcade machines, and yeah. So this is another Nintendo game. This kind of lost to time, but this is coming to the Switch eShop in July. No specific date was given, but it'll have like the normal hamster price, like basically $8, something like that. So
apparently Shigeru Miyamoto drew the side art for Sky Skipper.
Right.
It came out the same year as Donkey Kong, am I right?
I think so.
And this game looks fucking weird.
What the hell is it? What kind of game is it?
It looks like Sky Kid, but you can fly in any direction, and there's a ton of weird bullshit on the screen at all times.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So that's coming out in July.
Yep.
But Donkey Kong is available now.
Yep. Exactly. Cool. Well, unless there's any other big news that I totally forgot, I think that pretty much does it for the Japanese. And let's just go ahead and move on to some feedback. And if you would like your email, comment, complaint, whatever, read out on the air, you can send us an email at thefamicast@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Twitter at thefamicast, Facebook Famicast. You can send us some kind of comment on this video right here on YouTube. And you can have your comment read out on the air like these guys. So, oops.
Well, we just got a message from Cyrus. He just finished downloading Octo Expansion. Congratulations.
Okay.
When it was him. He was downloading it 20 minutes before his flight, and his download bar said 11 minutes, and he just made it. So, yeah, well done, Cyrus. Enjoy. Okay, so there's a little thread going here about something about languages. What's this? Oh, it's Okami on Switch. So Lady Linda's asked us if Okami on Switch is going to be eShop exclusive in Japan, or will it be a physical version? And the answer is both. Right, Danny?
Yep, exactly. It's coming out on both physically and digitally.
And the weird thing is, it's actually cheaper download. It's 2,700 download, 2,900 as the package.
Yeah,
which is a first.
No, like we were kind of talking in the thread.
World
Maybe you
exclusive.
ignored what I said, James. I'm not surprised.
Who?
Yes, no, but like, of course, back in the Wii U days, I think it was pretty terrible. Like most of the time, if you wanted to get a digital version of a game, stores would undercut the suggested retail price. They've always been doing that, but the digital, the eShop couldn't do that. And when they're selling those cards that are basically, just so you can access the game from the eShop, they couldn't. I don't know those policies behind this stuff, but they probably just couldn't take the the price down on those. So you would have these discrepancies where the physical versions would end up being cheaper than the digital versions, which it just kind of doesn't make any sense. But more recently, it seems like they've been kind of getting away with that, at least on stuff that's just directly on you're buying directly from the eShop. Yeah, so it's interesting. It's changing for the better. So that's a good thing.
All right. Next one, we tweeted out a screen capture of Famicast alumni Gypsy Otoko. No, I got it right the first time. Matt Walker. He was on stage with Devil May Cry 5 on the Xbone presentation.
Yeah.
Ty, did you spot him?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh man, I haven't watched it.
So.
Yeah, I watched that clip.
I watched the whole Microsoft conference.
Wow, good luck to you.
Thank you.
So yeah, Matt was basically translating for the lead producer on Devil May Cry 5. He spoke a little bit of English.
Yeah,
not Matt.
Matt, just a little bit. Matt can kind of speak English, not really that well though.
Yeah, he's doing all right. So yeah, well done, Matt. He's made superstar status finally.
Yeah.
All thanks to the Famicast. So you're welcome. Somebody called Saga Dago 17 is excited to hear Cheesemeister's voice finally. And he clicked the Family Chatting article, and then he's like, "Oh, it's not a podcast; it's a written thing." So I replied to this actually. If you want to listen to Cheesemeister's voice, I mean, we did have him on the show a few episodes back. So check out the YouTube channel or the podcast feed, and you'll be able to see or hear him. You can't see him because he doesn't appear on the video, but you can hear him definitely, or you can read his text in Family Chatting.
Yeah, and you can hear him in your head.
There you go. Next one, I got one from friends of the show, Q Games. They're saying nice review of Pixel Jump Monsters 2. Thanks very much. That was my review. You're welcome. So yeah, read my review, watch my video review. You will love it. Who else we got here? Oh, Russ Greeno tweeted a picture of Hetty the vacuum cleaner because Cyrus didn't know what that was, and I'm assuming Danny didn't either.
Of course not. No, but now I do.
Now you do. There you go. It's a vacuum cleaner that looks like the nozzle is kind of like the tube is his nose kind of thing. Yeah. So yes, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, British people can't trust them.
Oh, someone called James Charlton at Family Complicated with a few predictions for the E3 conference here. Smash Brothers Special Edition Pro Controller. Nope, that didn't happen. GameCube adapter re-release. That could happen. They didn't announce it. GameCube controller, Smash Edition. Yep, that happened. I said it'll be called Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo Switch. It wasn't. But it is, but it wasn't called that.
Well, James, back to the adapter. If they don't have that adapter, how the hell can you
Yeah, it is weird. Why don't they just make them USB again? Why not just have a USB?
Maybe because there's only 2 USB ports, and you need both of those to play 4 controllers for Smash on that.
I mean, I guess it is cool how it kind of adds an extra extension to it.
That's true.
Right?
I think it's mainly probably just for the 4 players.
Yeah, but
because there's only 2 USB ports on the Switch. But
why not have like a USB to USB 4 USB thing?
That
you know what I mean?
Almost seemed messier. I don't know.
You're a
They probably just
psychopath.
want people to use, the GameCube controllers only on Nintendo stuff. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah,
And they probably make them really cheaply too.
Oh, by the way, can I add some last minute news here?
Yeah, sure.
Smash Brothers is gonna be at a lot of major tournaments this year.
Mhm.
You can play Smash Ultimate at CEO, one of my favorite major tournaments.
Chief
And that-
Executive Officer.
Yeah, CEO. That's Daytona Beach, Florida, on June 29th through July 1st. So you can go there and play Smash Ultimate.
See you there, Ty.
Yeah, maybe you have to register. I'm not sure.
Damn
Just
it.
Google CEO 2018 or go to ceogaming.org.
There was an event in Japan like this last weekend, right? You could play Smash Special.
Right. Yeah.
None of us went, but
Yeah.
Rip in
I
peace.
was in a gymnasium all day long.
There you go. I also predicted new Smash amiibos. That happened, didn't it? There was an Octoling Girl amiibo. There was a Ridley one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And they also released Octo expansion amiibos. There's like a whole 3 triple set of those, Danny, ready for you to put on your shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Octoling boy, girl, Octoling girl, Octoling boy.
My Octolings are just fine up there, buried behind the other ones. So
What an asshole!
right next to the 4 hero guys from Breath of the Wild, they're fine in the package.
I also predicted a new one-player mode, but they didn't show any modes at all in the direct, which was part of why it was so disappointing. They didn't show anything other than the characters. I think that is it. Unless there's other stuff like, I don't know, Facebook, LinkedIn, I don't know.
Check the MySpace.
Yeah.
No, sorry, we do have one. I just remembered we have an email.
Oh yeah, God.
Quite a lengthy one, actually.
Yeah.
It's from our good friend Jefferson Kuba, who keeps us posted with his travels in Japan.
His life in Japan.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Literally his life in Japan. So yeah, Jefferson Kuba, he says Kyoto is a beautiful city. It is. It's true. There's a lot of traditional and modern buildings around. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to Osaka, but I enjoyed the travel. We recommended him going to Osaka, didn't we?
Right. I think that was. Geez, it's been a couple of months.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember when that was, but yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, I think Ty recommended a few places in Osaka, right? To check out. Anyway, he says it was better than Nagoya. Anyway, wow, slam against Nagoya there. Now it's already June, and he wants to know our thoughts and predictions for the Russian World Cup. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Ask 2 Americans what they think of the World Cup.
They're going to kick the ball.
That's a very good prediction. I think they're going to block the ball from going into the goal.
Really?
And that's why America isn't in the World Cup.
Purple card.
Well, actually, I was going to say Germany, but Germany just lost their first game, which is kind of surprising.
You suck, James.
I said Germany.
I know, it's your guess. It sucked. Sorry.
All right. Okay. I see. Obviously, I'd like to say England, but that's not going to happen, is it?
You've got to be realistic. With sports, don't go with your heart. Just go with your heart.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Brazil. It could be like an outlier, someone complete like Portugal or Spain or something again. I don't know.
Poland.
Probably not Poland.
Are they even in it?
So Jefferson continues. It's the first time he misses home because even though less than 30% of Brazilians like football, I can't believe that. That seems crazy. But when it's World Cup time, that increases to 90%, and everyone likes to talk about it.
Maybe he means fair people that are like really hardcore into it, or maybe 30%. Yeah.
It's kind of like that in England as well. People go
like
mental during the World Cup.
It's like the Super Bowl in America. Same thing.
Of it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I guess people don't care about the national team unless it's like, World Cup time. Yeah. And Kuba goes on, he's thinking about the dark times when Brazil lost 7-1 to Germany. That was terrible. He feels ashamed. So okay, get over it. England, we've lost our fair few games. We still jog on.
We don't even
Anyway,
qualify.
there's a lot of World Cup talk here. He says here in Japan, he doesn't feel the atmosphere of the World Cup. What do you guys think? Do you miss something about your hometown? I don't know if that's specifically football related, but yeah, it's true. There is very little football fever in Japan because, I mean, Japan is in it. I mean, they're playing the game right now.
Yeah.
But I haven't really seen. I mean, obviously the football football fans are talking about it, but like in general, people like don't even know it's on.
I know at like the school that I teach at and stuff, a lot of the kids, boys, and some of the male teachers are kind of talking about it and stuff, but it's not like this all unifying thing where everybody sits together as a family or with all your friends and relatives and sits down and watch. You know what I mean? It's just not like that. It was weird, James. Like my first time I was ever in Japan was in 2006, and unless I'm just wrong, wasn't the World Cup in Japan?
Yeah, it was.
I didn't even know that until like a couple of days ago, but I remember watching it like at a bar or something like here. It was really fun.
It was split between South Korea and Japan.
Okay.
It was man, what year was that? No, it was 2002. Yeah, I remember because I got here in 2004 and I didn't see it.
Okay,
in
well
Japan,
then 2006 coincidence then. Okay.
Yeah, 2002 was in Korea and Japan.
Okay.
Little live update, which makes no sense in the podcast.
Okay.
Oh, you don't want to know the Japan result?
I don't. I'm recording it.
All right. Okay.
No spoilers.
Please.
Enjoy. Let me see. Okay, on to some Sega news now. He says there's a myth that Brazilians like Sega when you live in a third world country. It's not about choice. Man, that is a major slam against Sega, and I kind of agree with it. Especially in the 1990s, we don't have that much information. It's not about Sega and Nintendo. It's just about buying video games.
Right, because there's like a 9,000% tax on video games or something.
Right, something like that. Right, yeah.
So you might as well go for the cheapest thing.
Right.
Right.
That's the story.
Was the Mega Drive that much cheaper than the Super Nintendo? I guess it was a little bit.
Yeah, at least a little bit. At least in the States it was, yeah.
So there was a thing in Brazil, it was called the Sega Tectoy, and in Nintendo it was called the Nintendo Gradiente. The Tectoy was made more affordable and easier to find than the Gradiente. So yeah, I've never seen that before. I wonder if the Gradiente looks like a Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
Gradiente.
Well, it's not that hard to tell. I guess we could do a Google search.
Playtronic was the Brazilian video game manufacturer.
Okay.
Which is interesting. Yeah, I can't see any pictures here. All looks like a Super Nintendo to me. I guess it's just like an American one, but with like extra stickers on.
Okay.
I don't know. I really can't tell the difference. Anyway, thank you for the update and keep us updated.
Yeah, seriously, always great to hear from you, man. And hey, we're rooting for you, hoping you're having a great time.
That's right. Actually, I've got a. Here's a story from my past I've never told you guys before. Like back in the 90s, like my first console was a Game Boy, right? I think I've told you guys that before.
Yeah.
But like when it got time to like buying a home console, like pretty much like half my friends had a Mega Drive, as it was called in the UK, and the other half had a Super Nintendo. Actually, probably more people had Mega Drives. And like, I really didn't care which one I was going to get. So like that Christmas, I said to my parents, I was like, I could go for either. Just get me either a Mega Drive or a Super Nintendo. Surprise me. And then my parents chose a Super Nintendo.
Surprise! It's TurboGrafx.
No, that wasn't even released in Europe, I don't think. So it's pretty crazy, right? So like that, their kind of random choice. I mean, they knew nothing about video games. They just randomly chose. I don't know. Maybe it was no, it wouldn't have been the cheapest one, would it? So yeah, I guess I should just appreciate that the choice that they made, because otherwise I'd be hating playing Sonic games. Or maybe I would like Sonic games. Who'd know? People who grow up with Sonic tend to like it. It's called Stockholm Syndrome.
Sonic 2 was a good game.
I liked my Game Gear version. The superior version of Game Gear.
That's Stockholm Syndrome right there.
yeah,
fucking Game Gear, Jesus.
It's what I had, man.
Both Ty and Danny's eyes twitched when they said they like Sonic games. So
I liked a Sonic game.
Yeah.
Let's be clear here.
I liked Sonic Adventure. It's a great game. No, it's a mediocre game that I just enjoyed.
Wow, I'm glad Cyrus is not on the podcast today, actually. Otherwise, this conversation would have gone on for an extra hour.
Sure. I can keep going.
Okay,
so
that's the end of feedback. Anyway, keep your emails and your Twitters, your YouTube comments. I'm sure there's more YouTube comments to read out, but we run out of time. So yeah, okay. Famicast on your choice of contact.
Yes. All right. Well, that's going to do it for Famicast 128. So we're going to sign off here and give you our Twitter handles. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can. You can follow me at Danny Biv, DANNY BIV. If you want to follow me, please do so. And James, where can we find you?
I'm at Nintendo Gradiente on Twitter. So please do be following me and my newfound love of Brazilian Nintendo consoles.
Can't wait for it. And Ty, where can we find you?
Super Cat Drugs.
Super Cat Drugs.
What do I have on here lately? A lot of jokes, a lot of video game stuff, and a lot of both together in the same tweet.
Oh, for a second I thought you said boats, like
boats,
like boats and hose, or you know.
Sure, I'll put in some boats.
Okay.
What?
So yeah, that's Super Cat Drugs. That's me.
Yes. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us. So thank you so much for watching. If you joined us live, we really appreciate that. If you're watching on YouTube in general, thank you for that. If you're listening to the audio version, hey, thanks for that too. Appreciate you. Yeah, we will see you guys next time. Take it easy.
Peace.
Lates.